Greetings YouTube, this is Merlot. Today, we're going to be discussing Prunus Lamina. I'm just going to call it Sakura staff. Anyways, we're going to be discussing how the differences between magic and aim really is, if there's that much of a difference. Also, we're going to be comparing it with the Platinum Rod. Basically, there's going to be a few little differences, and depending on what character, some different types might be a little bit better. But with that being said, let's get to it. All resources in this video will be provided by wordofTools.github.io and Damage Calculator by 77. Now, if you guys want either of these links, this is being the Word of Tools and this one being the Damage Calculator, make sure you check the links below. Alright, so let's go over the crafting real fast. And good news, it is really easy to craft. This is a +5. Now, if you guys look at this, we don't have any seals and whatnot, and if you look, the numbers aren't actually that bad at all. Even with okay luck, just even a little bit better than average, you can max it out with your with just maxing out hammers. But of course we don't want to do that. If you are hurting on resources quite a bit, you could even go for an aim. Now, aim isn't going to be the worst option, but it's going to be a very niche option. We're going to get to that after this part, but for now, let's focus on how to craft these two, right? So if you just you know, a player who doesn't want to pay money for the equipment pass, you just put the magic seals on. Look at that. You're pretty much already maxed out with the aim. You're almost maxed out with the magic side. That's pretty good. And if you do happen to get the equipment pass, yeah, you're pretty much set. As it is, either magic or aim, really good. Like I said, magic is your go-to, aim is your niche, and vital, ignore that one. So with that, let's actually go talk with the differences between aim and magic and what's the damage actually going to be going out to be. So let's talk about staffs. Now, we have 3 different staffs in front of us. 2 of them being Sakura staffs. The far left is the magic type, the middle being the aim type, and the one on the far right, that's actually a platinum rod magic type. All these staffs are maxed out, and these staffs are the only things changing in the build. Now, in this build, we have Sakura being, of course, level 99 and job levels 15. We have the Esper Diablos with maxed out magic and maxed out magic attack, and we also have the Blossoms card, though the card that gives 20% magic man killer, which is really cool for a mage. So if you want to go full offensive, that's a really cool card to get. So, and then for our target, we are just simply targeting a very neutral target, a target that is completely neutral against magic, the elemental type, and has 50 faith. Now, 50 faith is a very common number because that's the number that is required to activate bells and Aldoa's TMR, all sorts of things. So it's very common to see most melee units at 50 faith. Other than that, we assume that you also have 97 faith, just to, you know, because you're a mage. Don't be lazy, get all your damage up. And let's go look at the damage. So right away we can see that the magic version of Sakura's staff is going to be the most damaging at 5070 damage. Now that is huge. And remember, this is an AoE attack. Against a neutral target, yeah, this is going to hurt them a lot. And also, if this is a dark unit, they're going to be eating that 25% extra damage. Yeah, that's gonna one-shot most dark units unless they have very good resistances built up already. Now, the aim version, you can actually tell that it drops by 242 damage. And what's interesting is the platinum mace magic type is actually the same exact damage, but it just has a little bit higher crit. So what's the big deal with all this? Now remember this. This is her strongest attack available to her. The rest of them are slightly weaker. We have what I like to call the magic kotetsu that she does that lowers light resistance and I believe lightning resistances by 30%. That's a modifier of 185. And then she has a bunch of other smaller spells as well. But it's very important to know that with all these damage numbers, the difference would only get smaller, right? Instead of you doing 242 more damage, you'd be doing maybe 150 more damage. And then if you were hitting a tank that has high light resistance or high magic resistance or high spirit, that number would also shrink down. So the differences are very, very small, if that. Let's see, like that's we're talking maybe about a 4 to 5% difference. Now, what are you getting out of the aim staff instead of the magic staff? Well, you're getting 15 accuracy out of that aim staff. And remember, what you're facing are dark evasion comps right now. You're facing a lot of evasion comps, especially with the new guild maps changing around, and Sakura really doesn't have any way to buff her own accuracy right now. So she does have an auto hit, but remember, it is not Holy. It is a weaker version of Holy that is a 3-range attack spell, which the AI might not prioritize because it's such a low damage spell compared to this massive 265 Rebel Intention, right? So, with that being said, yeah, the differences aren't really there, and once Sakura gets her EX, we don't know what her EX is going to be. She is going to be less reliant on the magic differences of these two weapons and more about the aim. The aim scales, the magic attack doesn't scale. Now, there's one other important thing. If you're thinking about building this or putting this on a mage, another mage, such as, let's say, Ayaka or Kilfei or Yuna, a lot of those all have just auto-hitting spells, right? They're all just bam, you just get auto hit, whatnot. Aim is not important, so obviously mage would be way more important at that point, right? So I would heavily recommend, if you are going to go for just these staffs being tossed around to all of your light staff wielders, yeah, magic is going to be better in most situations because most of the time your only light spell is going to be a holy based spell. However, when you are dealing with staff users who do not have an auto hit or has a very weak auto hit, the aim version is actually going to be superior in most times because remember, if you don't hit, you don't do any damage. So with that, let's go see how easy this is to craft. Alright, so I'm actually on the game and it is a little past midnight, and we actually have all the recipes available for us for our first staff. Now just take a note that we do have, let's see, we do have the package bought. It's the equipment pack. Yep, we just bought that. So I'm going to be going on a crafting spree, honestly, and this is probably the best time to do it because we're going to get a lot of staffs. So anyways, let's go to equipment. And we're going to go craft, right? Craft. And we're going to go to the... hit up this, and there we go. We have 64 recipes. Can we actually get enough of these? Yep, there we go. We got all these. Let's go throw this up all the way. Craft it up. Oh, and okay, now we get a choice. We get a choice. Now, honestly, I'm going to be putting this on Sakura, but I am going to be putting this, I'm going to be building multiple versions of this. Now, I have a few characters in mind, so I'm actually going to be building one aim and one magic. Other than that, I think this is going to be kind of an easy build for me, so, you know what, I'm just going to do aim first. Hit that up, right? Because I'm planning to use Sakura a lot, and this is just the first day, and yeah, we already got one on the first day. I mean, it probably wouldn't even be much of a challenge to farm a second one or a third one. I'll probably get 3, honestly. 2 magics, 1 aim, or something like that. So let's go check this out, right? Oops, I didn't actually mean to do that. Let's go back to equipment. Let's go check out that new staff. Where's that staff? There it is. So let's awaken it all the way. Hit this up. There we go. And just to show you how easy this is, we do have... Let me go double check my tools really fast. Now, you guys are not knowing what I am looking at right now. Let's let's pop this open on the big screen. This is my site, right? So I'm on World of Tools right now. We're gonna zoom in just a little bit more. We're gonna do that equipment training pass. Do I even have to spend anything? All right, let's just go give it a shot. This is actually gonna be way easier than I thought if it's gonna be the case, right? We're just gonna max it, right? Max. Why spend anything? Let's see how this goes, right? There we go, guys. Pretty simple. Oh, that accuracy isn't maxed out, so just gotta do a little thing right here. Just throw those accuracy helmet. That's just. Oh, we didn't even max the HP as well. Yeah, you know what? I don't mind that I don't mind the HP being that. This is just me being lazy. But that's how easy it is to craft an AIM version, right? If you just have that, yeah. There we go, guys. It's already built. So with that, let's just go to closing. Quick clarification. Now that staff that I just crafted actually rolled below average, and I failed to actually mention that. On average, that staff would have only had 1 accuracy missing, but our staff had 3 accuracy missing and 3 HP missing. Nothing big that we could have fixed. It was just something I wanted to clarify. Now, with that being said, I do want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys want to know more about this, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you guys want to talk to me in person, well, not in person, but live, make sure you go to visit twitch.tv/Murlocs. It's right over there. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. See you next time. And good luck pulling if you haven't pulled already.